Welcome to another episode of Los
BenchWarmers. We're here. Where are we?
in San City.
San City, in this beautiful garden,
Beautiful.
which we sampled a few minutes ago.
Oh, that was good. It was delicious.
Yeah, that was a good time. Thank you, San City, for
Thank you.
providing a
Nice organic.
organic. So
Hopefully.
organic here.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
You think it's plastic in there? What was I watching yesterday? Oh, I was watching a podcast last night.
Bad Friends.
No.
You don't believe my wife doesn't watch that show. She doesn't like Bad Friends,
Well, my wife didn't like it either.
but she loves it now.
Now she likes it
Yeah,
better
but
than. She need to grow on you.
I know.
Bobby in the beginning, she did not like Bobby.
She
you
hates
need,
Bob-
You need
Bobby.
to like. But Santino is such a good podcaster.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you. I was watching. He's okay.
Yeah.
YMH. I think the person they have interviewed in I don't know how many years of Your Mom's House, maybe 12 or more, that they interview somebody with a very heavy accent. She's a Chinese woman, and she is a beast, bro. She's like in movies now, but she has a very heavy accent, Chinese accent. And she said something that I didn't know. She thinks comparing Chinese American food and Chinese food from China, that the Chinese American is more organic than in China. She said that
No
in
way.
China they make fake eggs. Do you know about this?
No,
Like
no.
it's an egg that is an egg that looks like an egg, but it's all made in a lab. Like a chicken didn't freaking put it there.
No way.
That's crazy. And they use a lot
Hell
because
no.
it's cheaper. And that's why, have you seen those Instagrams where el huevo se ve bien amarillo, bien bright, and they make these like square things? She said all of that stuff, a lot of it is fake eggs.
Oh, damn.
So she was like, here in the States, you can taste that it's a real egg from a chicken.
Oh, damn. You think it will be backwards?
That's what I thought.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Because they have billions of people.
Billions of people, and they have to
Yeah.
mass produce everything.
What's that got to do with Bad Friends?
No, you brought up our friend.
Yeah,
not
but you
me.
brought. Well,
No, you brought it up.
Yeah, but
I said I was watching YMH, and you were like, what
Oh!
about friends? You brought it. What's wrong with this guy?
I'm like, what's it got to do with Bad Friends?
That's all in your head, my friend.
Okay.
So,
Your mama house.
your mama has YMH, your mom's house.
Oh, your mom's house.
Your mama's house. Oh.
Your mom.
I told my wife we should do a podcast called Not Your Mom's House to try to get people to get confused, and she thought it was a bad marketing technique. Because
Hey!
Tom Segura is half Peruvian.
That works. You're Peruvian.
That's what I told her.
You know, she's white.
We're the better version.
Yeah.
But they're just the rich ones, but we're the better version.
Yeah.
But
Dude, that could work.
that's what I told her. She hated
work.
the idea. So our podcast,
You should, because ya me cayó mal Tom Segura.
yeah, it's too skinny. That's when he fucked up.
He's too skinny?
Too skinny. He lost it. Everybody in YMH world, because you know how people get obsessed with their fans, they bring Fat Tom back. Yeah, Fat Tom was a lot funnier than Skinny Tom.
Hambre.
Not only that, it's just he's too successful. He has too much money. He was making fun of poor people. Now that he's made it, before he was one of those poor people, so he could be more relatable.
Yeah.
Now he's like, I have 30 Lamborghinis in my garage. Like, who can relate to that? Nobody. And then he goes, you want something, you work hard for it. It's like, is that prestige? No, okay, this is something we can talk about. Privilege. There's some people that still think that there's no privilege with the color of your skin,
Oh, yeah, that is.
or your social status. Like, opportunities are only created. It doesn't have anything to do with your environment, which is complete bullshit. I want to believe that I'm ambitious. I want to get better, but I've come very far from where I started. But there's some people that want to deny that. They say that a kid who's born in Pebble Beach and their parents give him a car when they're 15 has the same opportunities as a homeless black kid in Oakland. It's not the same.
Nowhere close.
Now, once in a while, one of those kids that didn't have anything make it big. But the percentages are very different. Like, if you come from money, 80%, unless you fuck up, you're set. 80% success rate, no matter what.
Higher
If
far,
you come from nothing, the percentages of making up there,
It's-
less than 10%.
Negative at that point.
So it's crazy that, and there's a guy right now on a Peruvian podcast. He's an actor. He's white. He said he had a rocking beginnings, but he's white, bro. Like, he's very light skinned, but he was making a statement like, people are poor only because they want to be poor. Oh my God, he's gonna get so canceled.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy, man. People don't see it.
And
Like, they say, "Oh yeah, but look at that! Look at this guy. He came from nothing. He made some." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why he's special. That's why he's the one."
Yeah.
That's there. It's like calling everybody genius. Like, no, that person is
An exception to the rule. It's an
'cause
exception
he's
to
a
the rule.
genius.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter he was born in rich or poor.
Yeah, he's
gonna be that guy because he was born as a genius. Same thing with other people.
No, and I really want to believe that I have the same opportunities as anyone, and I fight for it because I'm a confident person. But 100%, I've been privileged in so many. Just the fact that my parents could be like, we're moving to Miami from Peru. Okay, we're living in my aunt's house, but we're already in the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all that. In a sense, it's already a privilege that people in Peru that couldn't even know what an airplane was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So denying those things is just silly.
Yeah.
Like,
Big time.
yeah, like I made myself. No one helped me. Blah blah. It's just one. Oh, can I say? Yeah, I can. R-worded. Trump said, I came from nothing. My dad only gave me $1 million. Only. Huh?
And a million in what? In the 70s? That's probably like 100 million.
And then when the parents died, gave everything to him.
Yeah.
He's being a horrible business person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard to see people denying privilege. And okay, this comedian Franco Escamilla, shout out to Franco, he's funny, from Mexico. He's so big. He's probably gonna watch this and be like, oh no, he's not. He's so successful, but he started by saying that privilege is not only on the color of your skin, but also on your beauty levels. Like people who look better have more privilege.
For sure, man.
Pretty privileged.
The pretty privilege.
I wish I had that.
Oh, I have it.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
At least in my head, I'm confident enough to be crazy.
Well,
It comes with that.
I'm a Mexican, right? And that's something that is against me here in America. But I'm light skinned, so
You're
don't
Russian, man.
Huh?
Have you seen Russian movies? You are
Russian.
You are. I've been to Russia, and you could be the guy that was standing. Yeah, that's you, man.
No.
You have the face type, the build. You're a Russian mobster, man. That should be your.
I thought I looked like a cholo. I have the Mexican cholo look.
You don't.
No. The whole time I thought I had the Michigan cholo look.
You will always be a Russian for me, man.
No.
The Russian bear.
The Russian bear. Sour. I need to talk to my mom then. Like, who was my real father? She showed me a picture of him.
Well, we have a international school here. That you don't know.
I know.
Could have been a Russian spy. And your mom was like, "What's up?"
My mom showed me a picture of my dad. Hella Mexican.
Yeah.
Ugly. He looked hella Mexican.
Really?
Yeah.
But
he was holding me. He like dark skinned, and I'm like, he's holding like a light skinned baby. Like, who the hell is that?
See, that's how I feel. In Peru, I always go back to this because Ali made so much fun of me that in Peru, I was light skinned, whitey. They called me gringo. In certain parts of Peru, and then Ali would just laugh at me, and I never got it until we had a baby, and I'm holding that baby in the pool, and I can see how much darker my skin is against that white new baby. It looked crazy.
Yeah.
Like I had to see it on the picture to be like, fuck, I'm dark skinned for the United States, and then for Peru, I'm light skinned. It's crazy, but it's all in perspectives, right? Though where you are.
Yeah.
That's how people perceive you, depending on where you are. What do you think is one thing that help you with your developing your more outgoing personality? Like as you say, Mexican is a bad thing, but also you always been tall, or were you like, when did you like become taller? Did that give you a little confidence being taller?
No.
No?
No.
Where do you think this?
I think it's.
I know you're kind of shy, but you have some confidence now. Where do you think it is?
I think just because of doing this.
Yeah.
Talking in front of the camera, doing my food reviews, coffee reviews, get confident. I'm never confident.
You're never confident?
No. I'm always in my shell. I'm trying to figure out who likes me, who doesn't. Not to overstep my bound with certain people. I'm never confident.
I've always been like
No,
this episode.
I wish.
This
Man.
episode of my life is a little more of a bench warmer, but I've been a leader a lot, and then I got like, well, I didn't have money, right? So that's one thing in Peru that definitely kept me. I don't want to say hold me back, but if all the friends were going to this movie theater, I couldn't afford it, so I didn't go.
Yeah, same.
But then when I was gaining confidence in just my, I want to say my confidence, like to talk to girls and stuff like that in Peru, I thought I had good game despite my being broke. And then we moved to the United States, so I didn't know the language. But so that was a big like cutting my legs a little bit. Although Miami is like, it's like visiting any South American. Now more than when I came, but I made a lot of Latino friends there. More than learning about the American culture, you learn about Cuba and Argentina and Colombia and all the little difference between countries. Because you know a little bit when you're in Peru, but you don't know that much.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Miami was a good immersion.
Okay, I take that back. So in 2005, 2006, there was a show on MTV.
Okay.
It was called The Pickup Artist.
The Pickup Artist.
Yes.
Okay, I don't think I've heard of it.
The show was about this pickup artist. He would teach nerds.
Okay, how to get girls?
How to get girls.
Oh, shit.
And I was always shy, and I always would get this, like, Sal, why? Like, you're handsome, like, you should be having girls all the time, but I was never confident in it. So I started watching the show. I built my confidence. I used to talk like that, dress different. I lost some weight, you know? And by the time I met my wife, I was spinning that game, you know what I'm saying? And I always tell her, if it wasn't for that show, I wouldn't. She would have said no to me.
So that show save your life.
Save my life. Save my life.
I asked you out.
Oh, there you go.
But
I didn't even ask you. I told you to take me.
Oh, there you go. So all that you say is invalidated now. She is the pimp.
I sold him.
That's how good my spit game was.
Oh, I see.
I need to ask this guy out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Were you like, just don't talk, dude. You look good.
She used to go look for me all the time.
Uh-oh. What's the story? Tell me the story.
We used to work in the same same place. She was a CNA, and I was in maintenance.
Okay.
And she would work the other side of the building, but somehow, some way, she always find me where I'm at, like painting or in the office or whatever. So it's always coming around.
The office, the facility was a square. We had patients all around that square. So of course, eventually, I'm gonna come back around.
Okay.
And you were like, here comes this girl to check me out again. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
And then she was like, finally like, hey, dude, are you gonna ask me out or what?
No, I had to. She had a phone that she was selling, so I had to buy the phone. And I'm like, how much is a phone? And she's like, I don't know, like $250. She goes, $250 plus a date.
Plus a date?
$150 plus take me out on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you said with the girl. She sold you a phone and make you buy her dinner, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yo te pendejo, I'm okay.
You're like, what a deal.
What a deal. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
$150 investment. 15 years later.
There you go. Hey, 15 years later.
I'm happy.
I'm happy, she said. You're happy, dude.
Extremely. But yeah, I built my confidence from that show too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because before, so one time in high school, this girl, she comes and she had like, right? Hold on.
Melones.
See, and one time she comes into class and the teacher was not there. She walks into the class. He goes, Sal. And we were sitting down. I'm like, what? He goes, I had a dream about you last night.
What?
Yeah. He goes, and you rock my world. And he was like, ooh, Sal. And I'm like, okay. The class was over. I got up and just left. Right? Yeah. Right.
You didn't take
I just didn't know how. I just didn't know how to execute.
You gotta be like so sleazy, go like, you wanna make your dreams come through, baby.
No, I have so many examples of that. One time, so this after like a year after high school, right? I was seeing
the love life with los BenchWarmers.
I was seeing an ex-manager of mine.
An ex-manager? Okay.
She was a supervisor at the work I was at. And I'm like, you want to go out? Good. And, we're like, boom, boom. We went out and everything.
Boom, boom. What does that mean?
No. I don't want to give out too much details because people are going to freak out who I'm talking about, right? And so one time I was over her house, and at that time she lived with her older brothers, right? And she introduced me to the brothers, and this lady was older than me, like older than me. And the older brothers like, okay,
how much older? Ooh.
I don't want to disrespect.
Okay.
But
All right.
And so the brothers left because they had to go to work, and they left. And she goes, "Oh, let me show you my room." I'm like, "Okay." We were in her room. We were talking and everything, and then I noticed the clock. I'm like, "Oh man, it's almost time." It was Monday. It was Monday night, right?
Almost time to what?
To watch wrestling.
Wrestling? You were a nerd, bro. So I gotta go. My wrestling is on. And she's like, "We can wrestle here." No, I'm in the TV. You know what a TV? Oh my god.
So I'm like,
I see you.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. I see you later. I need to go." She goes, "Okay." And I left. And as I'm driving home to watch my wrestling, my WWE wrestling, it hit me. Oh no!
Just delay response.
Yeah. And
okay, I tell you a love story of mine. When I was in high school, we didn't have the funding. A lot of graduating high school classes go to Cusco, which is a big destination in Peru. Cusco, Machu Picchu, all of that. Rich people just take a plane from Lima to Cusco, and they stay in a nice hotel. We, with my high school, we were very determined, and I would say we, because it was me and two other friends that the parents from the classroom said we can't afford it. That's not in our status. We cannot go. But me and two friends were so determined to go. We're like, we're gonna do selling sandwiches. We're gonna do different. We call them polladas. We're gonna do events. We're gonna do concerts. We're gonna do parties. We're gonna get the funding to go whatever it takes. We were like hustling. So we finally made it. We go by bus, which is like 2.5 days in bus to get there. But we made it, right? And then the cool thing is that then you like not rent, but part of your tour package is like the guide from the hotel where everybody's staying takes you to these different discotheques and clubs and stuff. And you never know who the other high school from another place in Lima is gonna also go. It could be an all-girls school, and that's exactly what happened to us. So my school was mixed. Luckily, I wasn't dating anyone, but I met this girl at a club, and I was very confident on myself. I talked to her. I was like, "Hey, give me your phone number," and nothing happened there. She was playing hard to get. She told me she had a boyfriend or whatever. Okay, so I kind of like really like this. Is the first time I approach a girl solely based on her looks before I met her. And I got to talk to her. We came back to Lima. I didn't want to disclose where I lived because I was poor. I didn't know how much money she had. But just based on her school name, I knew she had money. So finally, after a couple of tries, and this is like, I didn't even have a phone in my house in Peru. I had to go to my grandma's house to call her and shit like that. And I had to sneak my grandpa. This is crazy. It's the story taking too many turns. But in Peru, they used to, because you pay per call, my grandpa used to lock. He had a little padlock on the phone, so you couldn't dial it. In Peru, there was a trick. I'm talking about those phones that you like hang all the way, the classic phone looking. You could dial by hitting the stop button, like if you like a Morse code.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how I get to call this girl. She finally replies and she agrees to she's like, just come to my house. I go to her house way out of my league. Like I barely had money to get there almost. You know, like I went to 3 of the 5 soles, which is very little money. So from my grandma's house, I go to her house. I'm talking to her. I'm like, this is crazy. Like I've seen money, but I've never been like, I'm about to hook up with a girl that has a lot of money. Nothing happened that first date. Then I told her to see her again. And I was like, had a good game, but I'm always very respectful too. So I asked her, like literally asked her, can I kiss you now? And she's like, I've been waiting, you idiot. Like I've been waiting for a while. So we dated for a minute. And for a minute I saw her once every 2 weeks because I live so far away. Right. And then one night she asked me to go to her house to a party, and all of her friends, everybody has money, man. I felt like so out of place, but I liked her, and she told me she didn't care about money. But this is what I think I messed up. It's like she got drunk, she shoved me into the bathroom, and she was trying to have sex with me.
Ooh, daddy.
And I was like, I was so respectful. I was like, I think you're too drunk. Like, I don't want it. Like, I was in love.
Yeah.
Like, I was falling, and I was like, I don't think, you know, this is not, we shouldn't do this if you're not on your right. And we're like, I was 17. We're young, or maybe 16. And because I didn't have sex with her, she quit. She's like, you're a pussy. Right after she gets out of the bathroom, and she's like, oh, I'm so drunk. And she was like, oh, do you think we were going to have sex? And I was like, you really wanted it, but I don't know. I felt so out of place, so I denied. I was like, I don't want to like either
I don't want to get canceled,
get in trouble, or being something like being just. I care about that shit back then.
Yeah,
being a sex toy.
Don't use me.
Don't use
I got
me.
feelings.
And after that, she just like called me on the phone and said, "Don't come to my house anymore." I was so heartbroken, bro. But that gave me a lot of fuel to write more poetry, a lot of sad poetry, but to write. That's when I started writing a lot. And then I told my dad for the first time, I was like, man, this girl, like, he couldn't believe it. He was like, you didn't. He was like, how do you do that? It's impossible. That was a crazy story.
I think I think that's one of my issues of being not confident. Is never had that figure in my life to tell me, hey, if they do this, you do that.
See, but my dad always told me fake stuff. He never listened. He thinks he was a very like Don Juan. But also crazy things that I don't know if I want to say on TV. But like, it's a very old school way of thinking that if you're the boy in the family, your dad is gonna help you to lose your virginity. That's insane, bro. That's like 1800 stuff. And my dad was like, oh, once you're 18, we're gonna go and find some. I was like, please don't. Like, I was like, it was such a weird thing. And my dad is a little bit of an overshare to his stuff that now I understand, and I just tell him, shut up. But back then,
So I should be careful. I should be grateful I never met my dad?
No. I love my dad so much. There's a lot of things that you never know, bro. Yeah. Each person has their own story. I hate when people say everything happens for a reason, but
it does.
I don't know, whatever. But
like I was a loner and everything, but somehow, some way, when I was 17 years old, I was dating a married woman.
Okay.
And all that stuff, because they were the first one to
approach you.
It was never me.
There's a little bit
of them.
There's a little bit of a kink there where they go for the shy guy. Yeah. But like, I don't want to underplay it. I was never the shy guy or never the nerd guy. I always had game. Like, I was one of the 3 leaders in my high school. There was 3 of us, always getting in trouble. Dude, when I first came to my high school, girls were taking pictures of me. This is how much they boost my confidence. Yeah. Like, it was weird for me, but there was these girls follow me around to take pictures. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is crazy. Yeah. Just because I was a little more light-skinned than everybody else. Insane. So this is love stories with those BenchWarmers.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaks, and other things. Love stories, I guess. They're not all fun, they're not all good or all bad. They're just experiences.
Yeah.
And it's time to wrap up, Isa.
Oh man, I have so many more stories.
Well, we'll do love stories part 2.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Until next time, mi gente.
Los vidrios.
Okay. Until next time, mi gente. Choo.
Los vidrios. This was Los BenchWarmers.